Chosen ones, this is an emergency update. God has spoken, and this may be your only chance to hear His divine message. The heavens are aligning, and a moment unlike any other is unfolding in your life right now. Something extraordinary is stirring, a breakthrough so powerful it could shift your entire existence. God has placed this message before you, not by accident, but by His sovereign design. You are not here by chance. You are here because the Creator of the universe has called you to step into a destiny that's been waiting for you since the beginning of time. This is not a moment to ignore. This is not a message to scroll past. God is saying, don't miss this one moment. A divine window is opening, and it's calling your name. Your spirit already feels it, the pull, the whisper, the unshakable knowing that something massive is about to happen. You are God's chosen one, and the blessings He has prepared for you are beyond what your mind can grasp. But to receive them, you must act now. Pause, take a breath, and let this truth sink in. This is your moment, and it may not come again. Right now, I need you to do something. Hit that like button to amplify the energy of this message. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path of divine revelation. And in the comments below, type the number 777 to declare that you're ready to receive what God has for you. That number carries the power of divine completion, a sign that you're aligned with His perfect will. Do it now. 777 inches. The comments, don't wait. The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated. God is moving in your life with a speed and intensity you've never seen before. Picture a dam breaking, its waters rushing forward with unstoppable force. That's what's happening in the spiritual realm right now. Barriers that have held you back, financial struggles, emotional wounds, dreams that seemed dead, are crumbling. God is clearing the way for His promises to flood into your life. You've prayed for answers, you've waited through seasons of silence, and now the heavens are responding. This is not a gentle trickle of blessings. This is a torrent of divine favor, ready to sweep you into a new reality. You might be wondering why this moment feels so different. Why now? Because God's timing is perfect, and He has chosen this exact second to release something sacred into your life. Think of Noah, standing before the ark as the first drops of rain fell. The world mocked him, doubted him, but he knew God's voice. He didn't hesitate. He didn't question. He stepped forward in faith, and the floodgates opened. You are standing at your own ark right now. The rain is falling. The door is open. Will you step inside, or will you let this moment pass? This emergency update is not just about what's coming, it's about who you're becoming. God is not only changing your circumstances, He's transforming you from the inside out. You are not the person you were yesterday. The struggles that defined you, the fears that held you back, the doubts that whispered in your ear, they're losing their grip. God is reshaping your identity, forging you into a vessel for His glory. You're not just surviving, you're stepping into a version of yourself that radiates His power and purpose. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like the world doesn't see you for who you truly are? Like you're carrying a light that others can't comprehend? That's because you're not ordinary. You're not meant to blend in. You're God's chosen one, marked by His hand for a purpose that shakes the heavens and the earth. The world may not understand you, but God does. He sees every tear you've cried, every prayer you've whispered, every dream you've held in your heart. And He's saying, now is the time. Type 777 inches the comments right now. Let the heavens know you're ready. Let the universe see that you're claiming this moment. This is not just a number, it's a declaration that you're stepping into God's divine plan. Don't hold back. Do it now. Picture this: a seed buried in the dark, hidden beneath the soil. It's been there for months, maybe years, waiting for the right moment to break through. That seed is you. The struggles, the waiting, the pain, they've been preparing you for this exact moment. God has been working in the hidden places, strengthening your roots, building your faith. And now the soil is breaking open. The light is calling you upward. You're not just sprouting, you're about to bloom into something the world has never seen. This is what makes this moment so urgent. God's plan for you is not a distant promise. It's happening now. The gates of opportunity are swinging wide. Financial breakthroughs that seemed impossible are within reach. Relationships that were broken are being restored. Health that felt lost is being renewed. But you must act. You must believe. You must step forward with the courage of someone who knows they're chosen. Think of David, a shepherd boy standing before Goliath. The world saw a giant, but David saw a victory already won. He didn't wait for permission. He didn't second-guess God's call. He picked up his sling and ran toward the battle. That's what God is asking of you today. Run toward this moment. Pick up your faith and claim what's yours. The giants in your life, debt, fear, sickness, are no match for the God who has called you his own. Right now, I need you to type 777 inches the comments again. Declare that you're not backing down. Declare that you're ready for the victory God has already prepared. This is your moment to stand firm, to say, I am chosen, and I will not miss what God has for me. God's voice is clear. This is not a time for hesitation. The enemy will try to distract you, to pull you back with doubt or fear. But you are not swayed. You are not shaken. You are God's chosen one. And no force in heaven or earth can stop what he has set in motion. The devil has tried to block your path, to dim your light. But he's failing. Why? Because your light doesn't come from you. It comes from the one who created the stars. And that light cannot be extinguished. Imagine a lighthouse standing tall in the midst of a storm. Waves crash, winds howl, but the lighthouse doesn't move. Its beam cuts through the darkness, guiding ships to safety. That's you right now. The storms of life may rage, but you stand firm. Your light is guiding you to the promises God has spoken over your life. And not only that, your light is guiding others. Your faith, your courage, your refusal to give up is a beacon for those who are lost in their own storms. This is why this moment is so critical. God is not just transforming your life. He's using you to transform others. Your breakthrough is not just for you. It's for your family, your community, the world around you. When you step into this divine moment, you're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. You're carrying God's glory into places that have never seen it before. Type 777 one more time in the comments. Seal this moment with your faith. Let God know you're ready to carry his light, to walk in his purpose, to receive everything he has for you. This is your declaration that you will not miss this chance. Let's talk about what's waiting for you on the other side of this moment. God is not offering you a small blessing. He's not giving you just enough to get by. He's opening the floodgates of heaven, pouring out abundance so great you won't have room to contain it. Malachi 3:10 says, "Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it." That's his promise to you. Not a trickle, not a drop, but a flood. This abundance isn't just about money. Though financial breakthroughs are coming, It's about peace that fills your heart, joy that overflows, strength that carries you through any trial. It's about waking up every morning knowing you're exactly where God wants you to be. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing a chosen one, someone who carries the weight of divine purpose and the beauty of God's favor. But here's the truth. This moment requires you to let go of the old. You can't step into God's new season while clinging to yesterday's pain. Think of a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. The cocoon served its purpose, but now it's time to fly. The struggles you faced, the doubts that have held you back, they've served their purpose. They've shaped you, strengthened you, prepared you, but now it's time to leave them behind and soar into the destiny God has written for you. You might feel a tug of fear right now. That's normal. Change, even divine change, can feel unsettling. But listen to God's voice. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. He's not asking you to do this alone. He's holding your hand, guiding your steps, lighting your path. All he asks is that you trust him and move forward. This emergency update is a call to action. God is saying, get ready. The blessings are coming, but they require a heart that's open, a spirit that's willing, a faith that's unwavering. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to say, yes, Lord, I'm ready. That's all it takes to step into this divine moment. Picture Esther, a young woman who stood before a king to save her people. She didn't feel ready. She didn't have all the answers. But she heard God's call, and she stepped forward in faith. And because of her courage, an entire nation was saved. You are Esther in this moment. God is calling you to stand before your destiny, to claim what He's prepared for you. Will you answer? The heavens are watching. The angels are cheering. God Himself is moving on your behalf. This is not a moment to doubt or delay. This is a moment to rise. You are not just a person watching a video. You are a chosen one, hand-picked by God for a purpose that will echo through eternity. Your life is about to become a testimony of His power, His love, His unshakable faithfulness. Right now, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls stepping into their divine calling. Let's walk this journey together, carrying God's light into a world that needs it. And if you haven't already, type 777 inches the comments to seal your commitment to this moment. This is your time, chosen one. Don't miss it. God's plan for you is not a vague hope. It's a concrete reality. He's not asking you to chase after blessings. He's asking you to receive them. Imagine a table set before you, overflowing with everything you need: provision, peace, purpose. All you have to do is sit down and take what's yours. Psalm 23:5 says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows." That table is set for you right now. Your enemies' fear, lack, doubt can't touch it. Your cup is about to overflow. But receiving requires faith. It requires letting go of the mindset that says you're not enough, that you don't deserve this, that it's too good to be true. God doesn't choose based on human standards. He chooses based on His love, and He chose you, not because of what you've done, but because of who He created you to be. You are His masterpiece, His beloved, His chosen one. And this moment is your invitation to step into that truth. Think of the woman at the well in John 4. She came to draw water, expecting an ordinary day. But Jesus met her there, And in a single conversation, her life was transformed. She didn't earn it. She didn't plan it. She simply encountered the one who saw her, knew her, and called her into a new life. That's what's happening to you right now. You came to this video, maybe expecting something ordinary, but God is meeting you here, calling you into something extraordinary. This emergency update is your wake-up call. The world is loud, full of distractions and doubts. But God's voice is louder. He's saying, this is your moment, don't miss it. The opportunities He's opening for you are not just for today, they're for your future, your legacy, your eternity. You're not just stepping into blessings, you're stepping into a divine assignment that will change the world around you. Let's talk about what this looks like in real life. Maybe you've been praying for a financial breakthrough. God is aligning resources, opening doors, bringing the right people into your path. Maybe you've been longing for healing, physical, emotional, spiritual. God is moving in your body, your heart, your soul, restoring what's been broken. Maybe you've been waiting for purpose, wondering why you're here. God is revealing His plan, showing you that your life is a masterpiece designed to reflect His glory. But here's the key. You must act. Faith without action is dead. James 2:17. God is opening the door, but you have to walk through it. That might mean forgiving someone who hurt you. It might mean taking a step toward a dream you've buried. It might mean trusting God in a way you never have before. Whatever it is, do it now. This is not a moment to wait. This is a moment to move. Imagine a river flowing toward you, carrying everything you need: provision, peace, purpose. You can stand on the bank, watching it pass by, or you can step into the current and let it carry you. That's the choice before you right now. God's river is flowing. His blessings are moving toward you. Will you step in? Will you let His current take you to the places He's prepared? This emergency update is not just a message, it's a divine appointment. God has orchestrated this moment to speak directly to your heart. He's saying, I see you, I know you, I have not forgotten you. Every promise He's made, every dream He's placed in your heart, every prayer you've prayed, He's been listening. And now, He's moving. Think of Joseph, sold into slavery, thrown into prison, forgotten by those he helped. It looked like his dreams were dead, but God was working in the waiting. Every trial, every betrayal, every moment of silence was preparing him for a destiny that would save nations. You are Joseph right now. Your trials have not been wasted. Your waiting has not been in vain. But God is about to elevate you to a place you never imagined. This is why you can't miss this moment. The enemy will try to distract you, to make you doubt, to pull you back into old patterns. But you are stronger than that. You are God's chosen one, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. Isaiah 54:17. The devil's plans are falling apart in the face of God's purpose for your life. You are unstoppable, not because of your own strength, but because of the one who lives in you. Let's talk about the stakes. This is not just about your comfort or your happiness. This is about your legacy. The choices you make in this moment will ripple through generations. The faith you show today will inspire others tomorrow. The steps you take now will pave the way for those who come after you. You are not just living for yourself, you are living for God's kingdom, for His glory, for the countless lives He will touch through you. Picture a puzzle, each piece carefully placed by God's hand. Your life is one of those pieces, perfectly designed to fit into His greater plan. Without you, the picture is incomplete. Your faith, your courage, your obedience, they matter. They're not just changing your life, they're changing the world. That's the weight of this moment. That's why God is saying, don't miss this. This emergency update is a call to rise above the noise. The world will try to drown out God's voice with fear, doubt, distraction, but you are not of this world. You are of God's kingdom, and His voice is clearer, stronger, louder. Listen to it now. Let it guide you. Let it fill you with the courage to step into this divine moment. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. The world expected him to be devoured, but God shut the mouths of the lions. Daniel didn't fight. He didn't panic. He trusted, and in that trust, God showed His power. Your lions, your fears, your struggles, your doubts are powerless in the face of God's plan. Trust Him now. Step into this moment with the faith of Daniel, knowing that God is fighting for you. This is not a time for small thinking. God's plans for you are big, bold, breathtaking. Ephesians 3:20 says, "Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us." Immeasurably more. That's what's waiting for you. Not just what you've asked for, not just what you've dreamed of, but more than you can even imagine. So what do you do now? You stand, you believe, you act. You say yes to God's call. You let go of the past and embrace the future. He's prepared. You trust that every step you take is guided by His hand. You walk boldly, knowing that the Creator of the universe is walking with you, fighting for you, blessing you. This emergency update is your invitation to a new life. Not a life of struggle, but a life of victory. Not a life of lack, but a life of abundance. Not a life of fear, but a life of faith. God is moving, and He's moving now. Don't miss this moment. Don't let it pass. This is your time, chosen one. Step into it. Chosen ones, the heavens are still speaking, and this emergency update carries a weight that demands your attention. God is not just opening doors, He's tearing down walls that have stood between you and your destiny for far too long. Imagine a fortress built by years of doubt, fear, and resistance, crumbling to dust at the sound of His voice. That's what's happening in your life right now. The obstacles that seemed immovable are giving way, and God is clearing a path for you to walk in His divine purpose. This moment is not about waiting for something to happen. It's about recognizing what's already in motion. God has been working behind the scenes, aligning people, resources, and opportunities to meet you exactly where you are. Think of Moses standing before the Red Sea, the enemy closing in, the people panicking. It looked like the end. But God didn't ask Moses to fight the sea or defeat the army. He told him to lift his staff and trust. The sea parted. The impossible became reality. You're standing at your own Red Sea right now. The impossible is about to become your reality. Lift your faith and watch God move. What makes this moment so urgent is its singularity. This is not a season that will linger forever. It's a divine intersection. A point where heaven and earth collide to create something new in your life. You've been through seasons of preparation, trials that tested your heart, delays that strengthened your resolve. Those weren't punishments, they were training. God was shaping you for a moment like this, where His power would flow through you in ways that defy explanation. Picture a runner at the starting line, muscles tensed, heart racing, waiting for the gun to fire. That's you, right now. The race is about to begin. And it's not a sprint, it's a divine marathon that will carry you into a future filled with purpose. But you must start running. You must take that first step. God has set the course, but you have to move. Hesitation will only keep you from the victory He's already secured. This emergency update is a reminder that God's promises are not passive. They require your participation. Think of the parable of the talents in Matthew 25. The servants who received talents didn't just sit on them, they invested, they acted, they multiplied what was given. God has placed talents in your hands, gifts, dreams, opportunities. What will you do with them? Will you bury them in fear? Or will you step out in faith and watch them multiply? The enemy wants you to believe that this moment is too big, too overwhelming. He'll whisper that you're not ready, that you're not worthy, that you've missed your chance. But those are lies. You are ready because God says you are. You are worthy because He chose you. And you haven't missed anything. God's timing is perfect, and He's brought you to this exact moment for a reason. John 10:10 says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full." The enemy wants to steal this moment. God wants to give you life to the full. Choose His voice. Let's talk about the power of your choice. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to the familiar, comfortable, predictable, but limited. The other path leads to the unknown, where God's promises wait. It's not an easy choice. The unknown can feel daunting, even terrifying, but the unknown is where miracles happen. It's where the Red Sea parts, where giants fall, where dreams come to life. Choose the path of faith, and you'll see God turn the unknown into a testimony. Imagine a garden, wild and untamed, filled with weeds that have choked out the flowers. That's what your life might feel like right now, overgrown with challenges, distractions, and old wounds. But God is the master gardener. He's pulling up the weeds, clearing the ground, planting new seeds that will bloom into something beautiful. This emergency update is His promise that the garden of your life is about to flourish. Trust His hands, trust His process. The blooms are coming. This moment is also about alignment. God is aligning your heart with His will, your steps with His plan, your life with His purpose. Think of the stars in the night sky, each one placed with precision to create a constellation. You are a star in God's constellation, and He's positioning you to shine in ways you've never imagined. Your light is not meant to be hidden. It's meant to guide, to inspire, to illuminate the darkness around you. You might be thinking, but I've failed before. I've fallen short. How can I be chosen for something this big? Listen, your past does not disqualify you. God doesn't choose based on your resume. He chooses based on His grace. Look at Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times. He could have walked away in shame, but Jesus called him back, restored him, and built His church through him. Your mistakes are not the end of your story. They're the setup for your comeback. This emergency update is a call to release what's been holding you back. Maybe it's guilt over past choices. Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's the weight of other people's expectations. Whatever it is, lay it down. God is not asking you to carry those burdens into this new season. He's asking you to travel light, to trust Him, to let His strength carry you forward. Philippians 3:13-14 says, "Forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." Press on, chosen one. Imagine a riverbank where the water has carved a new path through stone. That's what God is doing in your life, carving a new path through the hard places, the impossible places. The stone of your struggles is giving way to His power. The dreams you thought were dead are being resurrected. The opportunities you thought were lost are being restored. This is not a time to look back at the stone. It's a time to follow the river. The urgency of this moment lies in its divine orchestration. God has aligned every detail, every person you'll meet, every door that will open, every resource you'll need. Think of Ruth, who walked into a field not knowing it belonged to Boaz. She didn't plan it, she didn't force it. She simply followed God's leading, and it changed her life forever. You're in your own field right now. Boaz is coming. The provision is there. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep moving. This is also a moment of divine clarity. God is peeling back the fog that's clouded your vision. You're starting to see things as He sees them, your purpose, your value, your future. It's like waking up from a dream and realizing the world is brighter, sharper, more alive than you ever knew. This clarity is a gift. It's God showing you who you are in His eyes. Not a failure, not a victim, but a chosen one, destined for greatness. The enemy will try to cloud that clarity. He'll throw distractions your way, busyness, drama, doubt. But you are stronger than his tactics. You have the mind of Christ, 1 Corinthians 2:16. You have the Spirit of God guiding you. When distractions come, stand firm. When doubts creep in, speak truth. When the world tries to pull you back, keep your eyes on the one who called you forward. Picture a warrior preparing for battle, not with weapons of steel, but with armor forged in faith. That's you right now. Ephesians 6:11 says, "Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." Your armor is your faith, your truth, your righteousness. The enemy's arrows can't penetrate it. The world's noise can't shake it. You are equipped, chosen one, for everything God has called you to do. This emergency update is a reminder that you're not fighting alone. God is your shield, your strength, your victory. He's gone before you, preparing the way. He's beside you, guiding your steps. He's behind you, guarding your back. You are surrounded by His presence, and nothing can stand against you. Psalm 18:2 says, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge." Take refuge in Him now, and watch Him deliver you. Let's talk about the harvest that's coming. You've been sowing seeds, prayers, tears, acts of faith in seasons of drought. Those seeds haven't been lost. They've been taking root, growing in the hidden places. Now the harvest is ready. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Your proper time is now. The harvest is here. Don't give up. Imagine standing in a field, golden with ripe grain, stretching as far as you can see. That's your life right now. The seeds of your faith are bearing fruit, abundance, healing, purpose, but you must walk into the field to gather it. You must claim what God has grown. This is not a time to stand on the sidelines. This is a time to step into the harvest with boldness, knowing that every promise He made is yours. This moment is also about legacy. God isn't just blessing you for today. He's setting you up to leave a mark that lasts for generations. Think of Abraham, who obeyed God's call to leave his home and go to a land he didn't know. His obedience didn't just change his life, it birthed a nation. Your obedience in this moment will do the same. Your faith will ripple through your family, your community, your world, leaving a legacy of God's faithfulness. The urgency of this update comes from the weight of what's at stake. This is not just about your personal breakthrough, it's about the lives you'll touch, the chains you'll break, the light you'll carry. God has chosen you to be a vessel of His glory, a living testament to His power. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing, a conduit of His love and grace to a world that desperately needs it. Picture a flame, small but steady, growing stronger with every breath of wind. That's your spirit right now. The winds of challenge, the storms of life, they don't extinguish your flame. They make it burn brighter. You are a light that cannot be hidden, a fire that cannot be quenched. Matthew 5:14 says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Shine, chosen one. Let your light blaze for all to see." This emergency update is a call to embrace your divine identity. You are not defined by your past, your circumstances, or the opinions of others. You are defined by God's word, His love, His purpose. He calls you chosen, beloved, victorious. Step into that identity. Walk in it. Live it. Let it shape every decision, every step, every moment of your life. The heavens are moving, and God is speaking. This is not a time to doubt, to hesitate, to look back. This is a time to rise, to claim, to walk boldly into the future. He's prepared. You are ready, chosen one. You are equipped. You are called. The gates of heaven are open, and your name is written on them. Step through. Chosen ones, the heavens are still roaring with this emergency update, and God's voice is piercing through the noise of the world. This moment is not just a fleeting chance, it's a divine summons, a call to step into a realm where His power transforms every corner of your life. Imagine a scroll, sealed for centuries, now unrolling before you, revealing promises written in God's own hand. Your name is on that scroll. Your destiny is etched in its lines. This is the moment you were born for, and God is urging you not to let it slip through your fingers. Every step you've taken, every battle you've fought, has led you to this divine intersection. Think of a tapestry, woven with threads of pain, hope, and perseverance. Each thread, every tear, every prayer, every moment of faith has been carefully placed by God to create a masterpiece. That masterpiece is you. Right now, the final threads are being woven, and the full picture of your purpose is coming into view. You're not just a part of God's plan, you're a central figure in His story of redemption and glory. This urgency is not about fear, it's about opportunity. God is not sounding an alarm to scare you, but to awaken you. Picture a trumpet blast in the heavens, signaling the start of a new era. That's what's happening in your life. The old era, marked by struggle, doubt, and delay, is fading. A new era is dawning, one filled with divine favor, supernatural breakthroughs, and a purpose that will leave the world in awe. But you must answer the trumpet's call. You must rise and claim what God is offering. Consider the story of Gideon in Judges 6. He was hiding, doubting his strength, when God called him a mighty warrior. Gideon didn't feel mighty. He didn't look the part. But God saw what Gideon couldn't see. He saw a leader, a deliverer, a chosen one. Right now, God sees you the same way. You may feel small, unprepared, or unworthy, but God calls you mighty. He calls you chosen. He calls you ready. Trust His vision over your doubts and step into the warrior He's created you to be. This emergency update is a divine reset. The world has tried to define you by your mistakes, your limitations, your past. But God is rewriting your story. He's erasing the lies that have held you back and replacing them with His truth. You are not a failure. You are a victor. You are not forgotten. You are seen. You are not bound. You are free. This reset is not just about changing your circumstances. It's about changing how you see yourself. You are God's chosen one, and that truth changes everything. Imagine a clock tower, its hands frozen for years, suddenly ticking again. That's your life, right now. Time that felt stalled, dreams that seemed delayed, Prayers that went unanswered, they're all coming alive. God is setting his divine clock in motion, and every second is bringing you closer to his promises. Don't let the enemy convince you that it's too late. God's timing is perfect, and his clock never stops. Your moment is here, and the hands are moving. This is also a call to discernment. The world is full of voices, some loud, some subtle, trying to pull you away from God's path. But you have the Spirit of God within you, giving you the wisdom to see what's true and what's a distraction. 1 Corinthians 2:12 says, "What we have received is not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God, so that we may understand what God has freely given us." You have divine insight. Chosen one, use it. See through the lies. Follow God's voice. Picture a compass, its needle spinning wildly until it locks onto true north. That's your heart right now. The chaos of the world may have left you spinning, unsure of your direction, but God is your true north, and his Spirit is guiding you back to center. Trust that compass. Trust the pull in your spirit that says, "This is the way." Every step you take in alignment with God's will brings you closer to the life he's designed for you, a life of purpose, abundance, and unshakable peace. This emergency update is a reminder that God's promises are not conditional. They don't depend on your perfection, your past, or your performance. They depend on his faithfulness. Think of the prodigal son in Luke 15. He squandered everything, walked away from his father, and hit rock bottom. But when he returned, his father didn't lecture him or demand repayment. He ran to him, embraced him, and restored him. That's how God sees you, no matter where you've been. He's running to you now, ready to restore everything the enemy tried to steal. The urgency of this moment is tied to its ripple effect. Your obedience today will not only change your life, it will change the lives of those around you. Imagine a stone dropped into a still lake, sending waves outward in every direction. Your faith is that stone. Your decision to trust God, to step into this moment, will send waves of blessing, healing, and transformation to your family, your friends, your community. You're not just stepping into your destiny, you're paving the way for others to find theirs. Let's talk about the fire within you. There's a spark in your spirit, placed there by God himself, that no trial can extinguish. It's the fire of his purpose, his love, his power. Right now, that spark is becoming a blaze. It's burning away fear, doubt, and anything that's held you back. It's lighting up your path, showing you the way forward. Fan that flame, chosen one. Let it grow. Let it consume everything that's not of God and ignite everything that is. This moment is also about surrender. Not surrender to defeat, but surrender to God's plan. Think of a ship caught in a storm, its captain fighting the waves until he realizes the wind is carrying him exactly where he needs to go. That's you right now. Stop fighting the waves of God's will. Let his wind carry you. Surrender your plans, your fears, your need for control. Trust that his direction is better, his destination greater, his timing perfect. Picture a mountain peak, hidden in the clouds, its summit just out of sight. You've been climbing for years through steep trails, rocky paths, and moments when you thought you'd never make it. But now, the clouds are parting. The summit is in view. That summit is your destiny, chosen one, and God is giving you the strength to reach it. Every step you take in this moment brings you closer to the top, where you'll see his promises unfold in ways you never imagined. This emergency update is a call to boldness. The world will tell you to play it safe, to stay small, to avoid risk. But God is calling you to be fearless, Think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in Daniel 3. They faced a fiery furnace, refusing to bow to the king's idol. They didn't negotiate. They didn't compromise. They stood firm, and God walked with them through the fire. You're in your own furnace right now, but God is with you. Be bold, stand firm, watch Him deliver you. The heavens are aligning, and God's power is moving. This is not a moment to shrink back. It's a moment to step forward. You are not just a bystander in God's plan. You are a key player. Your faith, your choices, your courage, they matter. They're shaping not just your future, but the future of those around you. Psalm 138:8 says, "The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever." His purpose for you is unfolding now. Trust it. Embrace it. Imagine a key, ancient and intricate, designed to unlock a door no one else can open. That key is you. God has crafted you with precision, with purpose, to unlock blessings, opportunities, and breakthroughs that are uniquely yours. No one else can open this door. No one else can walk this path. This is your moment to turn the key, to step through, to claim what God has reserved for you alone. This emergency update is also about legacy. Your life is not just about today, it's about the generations that will follow. The faith you show now, the steps you take, the trust you place in God, they will echo through time. Think of Hannah in 1 Samuel 1, who prayed for a son and dedicated him to God. Her faith gave birth to Samuel, a prophet who changed a nation. Your faith is giving birth to something just as powerful, a legacy that will outlive you and glorify God. The urgency of this moment is not just about what you'll receive, but about who you'll become. God is not only giving you blessings, He's shaping you into a vessel for His glory. Every trial you faced has been a chisel in His hand, carving away what doesn't belong, revealing the masterpiece within. You're not just stepping into abundance, you're stepping into the fullness of who God created you to be. Picture a river delta where the water spreads out, nourishing the land in every direction. That's your influence right now. As you step into God's plan, your life becomes a source of life for others. Your faith waters dry places. Your courage strengthens weak hearts. Your obedience opens doors for those who are watching. You are not just a chosen one, you are a catalyst for God's kingdom, bringing His love and power to a world that needs it. This moment is also about trust, not just trusting God's promises, but trusting His process. The road to your destiny may not look like you expected. It may twist, it may climb, it may lead through valleys you didn't plan to visit, but every turn is purposeful. Every step is guided. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Trust Him now, and watch Him make your path clear. The heavens are speaking, and God's voice is unmistakable. This emergency update is your invitation to step into a divine moment that will redefine your life. You are not here by chance. You are here by design. God has called you, equipped you, and prepared you for this. The gates of heaven are open, and your name is written on them. Step forward, chosen one. Your destiny awaits. Chosen ones, the heavens are still thundering with this emergency update, and God's call is ringing louder than ever. This is not just a moment, it's a divine collision, where your past, present, and future are meeting under His sovereign hand. Imagine a symphony, every note carefully composed, building to a crescendo that shakes the earth. You are that crescendo. Your life is reaching a peak where God's power is about to erupt. revealing his glory in ways that will leave you and those around you in awe. This urgency is a fire in your spirit, a spark that God is fanning into a blaze. You've carried dreams, hopes, and prayers through seasons of silence, wondering if they'd ever come to life. Now, the silence is breaking. The heavens are speaking, and God is saying, "Your time is now." Think of Elijah on Mount Carmel, standing alone against the prophets of Baal. The world doubted him, but he called on God, and fire fell from heaven. Your faith is calling down fire. Right now, fire that will consume doubt, destroy barriers, and light up your path. This moment is about divine acceleration. What once took years to unfold is now happening in days, hours, even minutes. God is speeding up his plans for you, moving pieces into place with a precision that defies human understanding. Picture a chessboard where every move has been calculated by the master. You're not a pawn, you're the king or queen, positioned for victory. Every step you take now is part of God's strategy, leading you to a checkmate against every obstacle in your way. The world may try to slow you down, to make you question this urgency. But God's pace is not the world's pace. His rhythm is eternal, and he's setting the tempo for your life. Think of the Israelites crossing the Jordan River in Joshua 3. The waters didn't part until the priests stepped into the river, carrying the ark of God's presence. Your step of faith is what parts the waters. Your trust is what opens the way. Don't wait for the path to clear, step forward and watch God make a way. This emergency update is a call to see yourself as God sees you. You are not defined by your circumstances, your failures, or the labels others have placed on you. You are defined by His word, His promise, His love. Psalm 139:14 says, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." You are His wonderful work, crafted with purpose, destined for greatness. Embrace that truth and let it anchor you in this moment. Imagine a seed breaking through the soil, reaching for sunlight after months in the dark. That seed doesn't question its right to grow, it simply reaches. That's you right now. You've been planted in seasons of hardship, nurtured by God's hand in the hidden places. Now, you're breaking through. The sunlight of His favor is shining on you, and your growth is unstoppable. Don't shrink back. Reach for the light. Let God's glory pull you upward. This is also a moment of divine exchange. God is taking your ashes, your pain, your losses, your regrets, and giving you beauty. Isaiah 61:3 promises to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. The trade is happening now. The weight of your past is lifting, replaced by a crown of purpose, a joy that overflows, a praise that drowns out despair. Step into this exchange and let God make you new. Picture a bridge spanning a vast chasm, its pillars rooted in the promises of God. That's the path you're walking now. The chasm, your fears, your doubts, your uncertainties, cannot stop you. The bridge is strong, built by God's faithfulness. Every step you take is secure, leading you to a land of promise on the other side. Don't look down at the chasm. Keep your eyes on the bridge, on the one who built it, and walk with confidence. This emergency update is a call to reclaim your authority. As God's chosen one, you carry His power within you. Luke 10:19 says, "I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions, and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you." You are not a victim of circumstances. You are not at the mercy of the enemy. You have authority to speak life, to break chains, to claim victory. Use it now. Speak God's truth over your life and watch the enemy flee. Think of a lighthouse standing firm against crashing waves. The storm rages, but the light never wavers. That's your spirit right now. The storms of life, financial struggles, broken relationships, health challenges cannot dim your light. You shine because God's Spirit lives in you. Your light is not just for you, it's for those lost in the storm, searching for hope. Your faith, your resilience, your trust in God is guiding others to safety. Even when you don't realize it, this moment is about divine alignment. God is aligning your heart, your mind, your actions with His perfect will. Imagine a puzzle piece, perfectly shaped to fit into God's grand design. That's you. You're not forcing your way into His plan, you're sliding into place, exactly where you belong. Every decision you make, every step you take, is bringing you into harmony with His purpose. Trust the process. Trust the fit. You were made for this. The urgency of this update is tied to its eternal impact. This is not just about your life today. It's about your place in God's eternal story. Think of Mary, the mother of Jesus, chosen for a purpose that changed the world. She didn't understand every detail. She didn't have all the answers, but she said, "I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled." Luke 1:38. Your yes to God in this moment will echo through eternity, shaping lives, breaking chains, glorifying Him. Picture a flame dancing in the wind, growing brighter with every gust. That's your faith right now. The winds of opposition, the gusts of doubt, they don't put out your flame, they make it stronger. You're not just surviving the wind, you're thriving in it. Your faith is becoming a wildfire, spreading God's light to every corner of your life and beyond. Let it burn, let it spread, let it consume everything that's not of God. This emergency update is a call to release control. The world tells you to grip tightly to your plans, your fears, your outcomes. But God is asking you to open your hands, let go of what you can't control, and trust what He's already holding. Think of Abraham, who left his home without knowing where he was going. He didn't have a map, but he had God's promise. That was enough. Your faith is enough right now. Let go and let God lead. Imagine a river carving its way through a desert, bringing life to barren land. That's what God is doing through you. Your life is becoming a source of life, a channel of His blessing, flowing into places that have been dry and desolate. Your words, your actions, your faith, they're watering the lives around you. You're not just receiving God's promises, you're carrying them to others, transforming deserts into gardens. This moment is about divine vision. God is opening your eyes to see what He sees, a future filled with hope, a life filled with purpose, a world touched by His glory through you. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That future is not a distant dream, it's unfolding now. See it, believe it, walk in it. The heavens are urging you to move. This emergency update is not a suggestion, it's a divine command. God is saying, now is the time. You are the one. This is the moment. You are not waiting for permission. You are not waiting for perfection. You are stepping into a destiny that God has already secured. Trust His voice. Follow His lead. Become the chosen one He's called you to be. Chosen ones, the heavens are still ablaze with this emergency update, and God's voice is echoing through the ages, calling you to rise. This is not just a moment, it's a divine unveiling. where the curtain of heaven is being pulled back to reveal the glory prepared for you. Picture a stage, vast and radiant, where God Himself is the director, and you are the star of His eternal production. The spotlight is on you now, illuminating a destiny that has been scripted in the stars since before time began. This urgency is a summons to step into your divine inheritance. You've walked through seasons of lack, uncertainty, and struggle, but those were only the prelude to the abundance God has stored up for you. Think of Jacob, wrestling with the angel through the night, refusing to let go until he received his blessing. You've been wrestling too, through trials, doubts, and delays. Now, the dawn is breaking. Your blessing is here. Hold fast, chosen one, and claim what God has promised. The power of this moment lies in its divine clarity. God is sharpening your vision, helping you see beyond the distractions of the world. Imagine a telescope focusing on a single star in a sky full of chaos. That star is your purpose, and God is adjusting the lens of your heart to bring it into perfect focus. The noise of the world, fear, comparison, doubt, fades away as you lock eyes on the destiny He's calling you to. Keep looking, keep focusing. Your purpose is clearer than ever. This emergency update is a call to stand in your divine authority. You are not a bystander in God's plan. You are a warrior, anointed to shift atmospheres and break strongholds. Think of Deborah in Judges 4, a prophetess who led with wisdom and courage, guiding a nation to victory. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't shrink from the battle. She stood in her God-given authority and changed history. You carry that same authority now. Stand tall, speak boldly, and watch God move through you. Picture a riverbed, dry and cracked from years of drought, suddenly filled with rushing water. That's your life right now. The dry places, your finances, your relationships, your dreams, are being flooded with God's provision. The cracks of your past are being filled with His grace, turning barren ground into fertile soil. What once seemed dead is coming alive. What once felt empty is overflowing. Trust the flood, chosen one. Let God's abundance carry you forward. This moment is about divine momentum. God is not just opening doors, He's propelling you through them with a force that cannot be stopped. Think of a train, gathering speed as it moves down the tracks. You've been stationary for too long, held back by obstacles and delays. But now, God is stoking the engine of your destiny. The tracks are clear, and the momentum is building. Don't resist it. Don't slow down. Ride the wave of His power and see where it takes you. The urgency of this update is rooted in its eternal stakes. This is not just about your life today, it's about the legacy you'll leave for tomorrow. Imagine a tree, its roots deep in the earth, its branches stretching toward the sky. Your faith is that tree, planted by God's hand, growing stronger with every act of trust. The fruit you bear now, your obedience, your courage, your love, will feed generations to come. Plant deeply, chosen one. Your legacy matters. Let's talk about the battle you're in. The enemy sees the light you carry, and he's desperate to dim it. But his weapons are no match for God's power in you. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world." You're not fighting people or circumstances, you're fighting a defeated enemy. Stand firm in God's strength and watch the darkness scatter before you. Picture a sunrise breaking over a horizon that's been dark for too long. That's your life right now. The night of struggle, the shadows of doubt, they're giving way to the light of God's promises. Each ray of that sunrise is a promise fulfilled, a prayer answered, a dream restored. Don't close your eyes to the dawn. Don't turn away from the light. Step into it and let it warm every part of your being. This emergency update is a call to embrace your divine identity. You are not just a person with a past. You are a child of God, created for glory. Think of Mary Magdalene, who went from being defined by her brokenness to being the first to witness the risen Christ. Her past didn't limit her. Her pain didn't define her. God's call did. Your call is doing the same. You are not your mistakes. You are not your struggles. You are God's chosen one, radiant with his purpose. Imagine a key turning in a lock, the tumblers clicking into place, opening a door to a room filled with treasures. That key is your faith, and the room is God's storehouse of blessings. Every prayer you've prayed, every seed of faith you've sown, has been unlocking that door. Now, it's swinging open. The treasures, peace, provision, purpose are yours to claim. Don't hesitate. Walk in and take what God has prepared. This moment is about divine partnership. God is not just working for you, he's working with you. You're not a passive recipient of his blessings. You're an active participant in his plan. Think of Nehemiah, rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem. He didn't wait for God to do it all. He prayed, planned, and worked alongside God's provision. Your faith, your actions, your trust, they're building something eternal. Partner with God now and watch what you can create together. Picture a windstorm, fierce and unrelenting, carrying away everything that's not rooted in truth. That's what God is doing in your life. The lies you've believed, the fears you've carried, the doubts that have weighed you down, they're being swept away. What remains is what's true, your identity as God's chosen one, your purpose in his kingdom, your destiny in his hands. Let the storm do its work. Let God clear the way. This emergency update is a call to live with divine expectation. God is not a God of maybe or someday. He's a God of now and yes. 2 Corinthians 1:20 says, "For no matter how many promises God has made, they are yes in Christ." Every promise he's made to you, provision, healing, breakthrough, is a yes. Expect it, believe it, live like it's already yours, because in God's eyes, it is. Imagine a mosaic made of broken pieces carefully arranged to create a stunning image. That's your life right now. The brokenness of your past, the fragments of your struggles, they're not wasted. God is taking every piece and forming something beautiful. Your story is not one of defeat, it's one of redemption. Your scars are not marks of shame, they're marks of his grace. Embrace the mosaic, chosen one. It's a masterpiece. This moment is about divine restoration. What the enemy stole, God is giving back, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Luke 6:38. Think of Job, who lost everything but saw God restore double for his trouble. Your losses are not the end. They're the setup for a comeback that will leave the world speechless. God is restoring your joy, your peace, your purpose. Trust him and watch him rebuild what was broken. Picture a flame in a lantern, glowing brightly despite the wind outside. That's your spirit right now. The winds of opposition may howl, but your light is steady, fueled by God's Spirit. You're not just surviving the storm, you're illuminating it. Your faith is a beacon, guiding you and others through the darkness. Keep shining, chosen one. Your light is changing everything. This emergency update is a call to walk in divine confidence, not the confidence of the world, built on pride or achievement, but the confidence of knowing who you are in God. Psalm 27:1 says, The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? You have nothing to fear, because the Creator of the universe is your light. Walk boldly, speak boldly, live boldly. Your confidence is a testimony to His power. Imagine a river flowing through a city, bringing life to every street it touches. That's your influence right now. As you step into God's plan, your life becomes a river of blessing, touching everyone around you. Your faith inspires, your courage strengthens, your love heals. You're not just walking your path, you're watering the paths of others, bringing life where there was none. Flow freely, chosen one. The world needs your river. This moment is about divine timing. God's clock is ticking, and every second is perfectly aligned with His purpose. Think of Esther, chosen for such a time as this. Esther 4:14. You were born for this time, this place, this purpose. The urgency of this update is God's reminder that His timing is now. Don't wait for a better moment. Don't wait for a clearer sign. This is your time. Step into it with faith and watch God move. Chosen ones, the heavens are still pulsing with this emergency update, and God's voice is cutting through the chaos like a beacon in the night. This is not just a moment, it's a divine awakening, where the Creator is stirring your spirit to see the magnitude of His plan for you. Imagine a book, its pages blank for years, now being filled with words of promise, purpose, and power, written by God's own hand. You are that book, and this moment is the chapter where your story takes a turn toward glory. This urgency is a call to recognize your divine placement. You're not where you are by chance. Every step, every struggle, every victory has positioned you exactly where God wants you. Think of Jonah, swallowed by the whale, thinking all was lost. But God used even his rebellion to place him in Nineveh, where his obedience saved a city. Your detours, your delays, your dark moments, they've all been part of God's map, leading you to this divine appointment. Trust your placement. You're right where you need to be. Picture a spark igniting a forest, spreading light and heat across miles of darkness. That's your faith right now. It's not just a flicker, it's a force, setting ablaze everything that's held you back. The doubts, the fears, the chains of the past, they're burning away in the fire of God's purpose. This fire isn't here to destroy you. It's here to refine you, to reveal the strength and brilliance God has placed within you. Let it burn, chosen one. Let it light up your path. This moment is about divine overflow. God's blessings are not measured or rationed. They're abundant, spilling over into every area of your life. Imagine a cup filled to the brim, then overflowing onto the ground, soaking everything around it. That's what God is doing with you. His provision, His peace, His joy. They're not just enough, they're more than enough. Psalm 23:5 says, "My cup overflows." Your cup is overflowing now. Open your hands and receive the excess He's pouring out. The urgency of this update is a reminder of your divine calling. You're not here to live an ordinary life, you're here to carry God's glory into a world that's desperate for it. Think of John the Baptist, a voice crying out in the wilderness, preparing the way for Jesus. He didn't fit in, he didn't conform. He spoke truth, and his life shifted history. You're a voice in your own wilderness, chosen one. Your words, your actions, your faith, they're preparing the way for God's kingdom to break through. Imagine a wind, invisible but powerful, reshaping the landscape as it moves. That's God's Spirit in you right now. It's moving through your life, rearranging what's out of place, lifting what's fallen, strengthening what's weak. You can't see the wind, but you can see its effects: trees bending, waves rising, new paths forming. Trust the movement of His Spirit. Let it reshape your life into something that reflects His glory. This emergency update is a call to release the weight of comparison. The world will try to measure you against others, but God measures you by His love. You're not competing with anyone else's story. Your path is unique, crafted by the one who knows you better than you know yourself. Galatians 6:4 says, "Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else." Run your race, chosen one. Your finish line is yours alone. Picture a seed pod bursting open to release its contents into the wind. That's your potential right now. For too long, it's been contained, held back by fear or circumstance. But God is splitting the pod wide open, releasing your gifts, your dreams, your purpose into the world. Those seeds are landing in fertile ground, ready to grow into something extraordinary. Don't hold them back. Let them fly. Let God plant them where He will. This moment is about divine courage. The enemy wants you to shrink, to hide, to play small. But God is calling you to stand tall, to face the giants in your life with the boldness of David. 1 Samuel 17:45 says, "David said to the Philistine, 'You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty.'" Your giants' fear, debt, sickness have no power against God's name. Step forward in His strength and watch them fall. Imagine a tapestry woven with threads of every color, each one telling a story of triumph. Your life is that tapestry, and every trial you faced is a thread God is using to create something beautiful. The dark threads of pain, the bright threads of joy, they're all part of His design. Right now, He's weaving the final pieces, revealing a picture that will take your breath away. Trust the weaver, chosen one. His hands are steady, and His vision is perfect. This emergency update is a call to live with divine expectancy. God's promises are not if or maybe, they're certain. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see." Your faith is your assurance, your guarantee that God's promises are already yours. Live like you believe it. Walk like you know it. Expect the miracles, the breakthroughs, the blessings He's promised. They're coming. Picture a riverbank where the water has carved a path through stone over centuries. That's God's faithfulness in your life, steady, relentless, unstoppable. The stones of hardship, the rocks of doubt, they're giving way to His persistent love. Your life is becoming a testimony to His power, a living proof that nothing can stand against His will. Follow the river, chosen one. Let it lead you to the promises waiting on the other side. This moment is about divine alignment. God is syncing your heart with His heartbeat, your steps with His rhythm. Imagine a dancer, moving in perfect harmony with the music. Every step a reflection of the melody. That's you right now, moving with God's Spirit. Your life a dance of faith and obedience. Don't fight the rhythm. Don't step out of time. Let His Spirit lead and watch your life become a masterpiece of grace. The urgency of this update is tied to its transformative power. God is not just changing your circumstances, He's changing you. Think of Saul, who became Paul on the road to Damascus. In a single moment, his entire life was transformed from persecutor to apostle. You're on your own road right now, and God is working a transformation just as powerful. Embrace it. Let Him make you new, inside and out. Imagine a flame, small but fierce, burning through a pile of dead wood. That's your spirit right now, burning away what no longer serves you. Old habits, old fears, old lies. The fire of God's presence is purifying you, preparing you for the weight of His glory. Don't fear the flames. They're not here to harm you. They're here to refine you, to make you shine brighter than ever. This emergency update is a call to walk in divine freedom. The chains that have held you guilt, shame, fear are breaking. Galatians 5:1 says, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free." Stand firm, then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. You are free, chosen one, free to live boldly, love fully, and walk confidently in God's purpose. Step into that freedom now, and don't look back. Picture a sunrise, painting the sky with colors so vibrant they take your breath away. That's the dawn of God's promises in your life. The night of waiting, of wondering, of struggling, it's over. The colors of His favor, His provision, His purpose are spreading across your horizon. Don't turn away from the sunrise. Don't close your eyes. Stand in its light and let it fill you with hope. This moment is about divine partnership. God is inviting you to co-create with Him, to build something eternal with your faith and obedience. Think of Noah, who built the ark plank by plank, trusting God's instructions even when the world laughed. Your faith is building something just as significant, a legacy, a testimony, a life that glorifies God. Pick up your tools, chosen one. Work with Him and watch what you can create. Imagine a wind chime, singing in the breeze, its notes carrying far beyond its place. That's your influence right now. Your faith, your courage, your trust in God. They're creating a melody that reaches others, inspiring them to seek Him. You're not just living for yourself, you're singing a song of hope for the world. Let your life ring out, clear and true, for all to hear. This emergency update is a call to embrace your divine strength. You are not weak, not fragile, not defeated. You are strong in the Lord, mighty in His power. Ephesians 6:10 says, "Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power." Your strength comes from Him, and it's enough to face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and claim any promise. Stand in that strength, chosen one. Let it carry you forward into all God has for you. Chosen ones, the heavens are still resounding with this emergency update, and God's voice is a clarion call, piercing through every barrier to reach your heart. This is not just a moment, it's a divine convergence, where the eternal meets the now, and your life becomes a bridge between heaven and earth. Imagine a constellation, its stars aligning to form a pattern visible only to those who dare to look up. You are that pattern, a design of divine purpose, shining brighter as God positions you for a breakthrough that will echo through eternity. This urgency is a summons to claim your divine birthright. You were not created to scrape by, to settle for less, or to live in the shadows of doubt. God has marked you as His own, with a destiny that carries the weight of His glory. Think of Joseph, languishing in a prison cell, forgotten by those he helped. Yet, in a single day, God lifted him from the dungeon to the palace. Your prison, your struggles, your setbacks is not your end. It's the prelude to your elevation. Step forward, chosen one, and claim the palace God has prepared. Picture a flame cutting through a fog so thick it blinds the world. That's your spirit right now, burning with a light that no darkness can smother. The fog of fear, confusion, and uncertainty is lifting, and God's truth is shining through you. Your light is not just for you, it's a signal to others, a guide for those lost in their own fog. Keep burning, keep shining, and watch how God uses your radiance to lead others to His truth. This moment is about divine restoration. Everything the enemy tried to steal, your peace, your joy, your purpose, is being returned in full. Joel 2:25 says, "I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten." The locusts of loss, disappointment, and pain have no power over God's promise. He's not just giving back what was taken, He's multiplying it. Your restoration is not a trickle, it's a flood, washing over every part of your life with His abundance. The urgency of this update is a call to stand in your divine uniqueness. You were not created to blend in, to follow the crowd, or to conform to the world's expectations. Think of Daniel, who refused to bow to the king's idol, choosing God's truth over man's approval. His faithfulness set him apart, and God honored it with favor and protection. You're set apart too, chosen one. Your uniqueness is your strength. Embrace it, and watch God use it to open doors no one can shut. Imagine a river breaking through a dam, its waters rushing forward with unstoppable force. That's God's power in your life right now. The dam, your fears, your doubts, your past, can't hold back His purpose any longer. The waters are flowing, carving new paths, bringing life to every dry place. Don't try to contain the river. Don't fear its power. Step into the current and let God carry you to places you never dreamed possible. This emergency update is a reminder of your divine protection. The enemy may prowl like a lion, but he cannot touch you. Psalm 91:11 says, "For He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways." Angels are encircling you right now, shielding you from every attack, guiding you toward every promise. You're not walking this path alone. God's heavenly host is with you, ensuring that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Picture a seed, small and unassuming, yet carrying the potential for a mighty tree. That's your faith right now. It may seem small in the world's eyes, but in God's hands, it's unstoppable. Every prayer, every act of trust, every moment of obedience is a seed planted in fertile soil. Those seeds are sprouting now, growing into a harvest that will sustain you and others. Keep planting, chosen one. Your faith is building something eternal. This moment is about divine clarity. The world is a storm of voices, some loud, some seductive, trying to pull you off course. But God's voice is louder, clearer, truer. Imagine a bell ringing in the distance, its tone cutting through the chaos. That's His call to you. John 10:27 says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." You know His voice, chosen one. Listen to it now, follow it, and let it guide you to your destiny. The urgency of this update is a call to release the burdens you've carried. The weight of guilt, shame, or regret has no place in this new season. Think of the woman caught in adultery in John 8. The crowd condemned her, but Jesus set her free with a single word. "Neither do I condemn you." God is speaking that word over you now. You are not condemned. You are forgiven, free, and called to walk in His grace. Lay down the burdens and step into His freedom. Imagine a tapestry, its threads woven with stories of triumph, pain, and redemption. Your life is one of those threads, carefully placed by God to create a picture of His glory. The dark threads of struggle are not mistakes, they're part of the design, making the bright threads of His promises shine even brighter. Trust the weaver's hand. Your story is not finished, and the beauty He's creating will take your breath away. This emergency update is a call to live with divine boldness. The world may tell you to play it safe, to stay quiet, to avoid risk. But God is calling you to step out, to speak up, to act with courage. Think of Peter, walking on water toward Jesus. The waves were high, the wind was fierce, but he stepped out anyway. Your waves may be high, but Jesus is calling. Step out, chosen one. Trust him and watch him hold you up. Picture a lighthouse, its beam cutting through a storm to guide ships to safety. That's your purpose right now. Your faith, your resilience, your trust in God. They're a beacon for others, showing them the way to hope. You're not just navigating your own storm, you're guiding others through theirs. Keep shining, keep standing, and watch how God uses your light to change lives. This moment is about divine multiplication. God is not just adding to your life, He's multiplying what you've sown. Every small act of faith, every quiet prayer, every moment of perseverance is being multiplied into blessings beyond measure. 2 Corinthians 9:10 says, "He who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will also supply and increase your store of seed, and will enlarge the harvest of your righteousness." Your harvest is growing. Chosen one, trust God's multiplication. Imagine a bridge stretching across a chasm, its foundation rooted in God's promises. You're walking that bridge now, moving from where you've been to where God is taking you. The chasm below fear, doubt, failure cannot pull you down. The bridge is strong, built by God's faithfulness. Keep walking, keep trusting, and watch Him lead you to a land of promise. This emergency update is a call to embrace your divine destiny. You were not created for mediocrity. You were created for greatness. Think of Moses, a man who felt unqualified, yet God used him to part seas and lead a nation. Your feelings of inadequacy don't disqualify you, God's call does. Step into your destiny, chosen one. You're not too small, too broken, or too late. You're exactly who God needs. Picture a flame dancing on a candle, unyielding even in the strongest wind. That's your spirit right now, burning with God's strength, untouched by the storms around you. The winds of opposition may blow, but they only make your flame burn brighter. Let it shine, let it grow, let it light up every corner of your life with His glory. This moment is about divine alignment. God is syncing your life with His eternal plan, like a clock whose gears are finally clicking into place. Every delay, every detour, every trial has been part of His timing, preparing you for this exact moment. Proverbs 16:9 says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Trust His steps, chosen one. They're leading you to a future filled with hope. Imagine a river flowing through a desert, turning barren land into a garden. That's your influence right now. Your faith is bringing life to dry places, nourishing those around you with hope and love. You're not just receiving God's blessings, you're becoming a channel for them, watering the lives of others with His grace. Flow freely and watch the desert bloom. This emergency update is a call to stand in your divine power. You are not weak or powerless. You are filled with the Spirit of the living God. Zechariah 4:6 says, "Not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord Almighty." Your strength is not your own, it's His, and it's enough to move mountains. Stand in that power, chosen one. Let it carry you forward, unshaken and unstoppable. Chosen ones, the heavens are still vibrating with this emergency update, and God's voice is a mighty current, pulling you toward a destiny that shines with His glory. This is not just a moment, it's a divine eruption where the foundations of your life are being shaken to reveal the unshakable purpose God has placed within you. Imagine a volcano, its power hidden for centuries, now bursting forth with light and force. You are that volcano, and God is igniting your potential, releasing a flow of blessings that will reshape everything around you. This urgency is a call to embrace your divine transformation,